Hey guys, it's Sophie, your favorite event and wedding planner. I have something really exciting to show you guys today, and it is how I stay organized to create a flawless event from start to finish. I also use this for every single one of my clients that I work with, but if you are not working with me, you still have the opportunity to utilize this as well. It's also saved me countless hours of time whenever I am planning an event. It's also saved me money, and it's also helped me not to make certain mistakes along the way because I make sure that every single thing is documented and where it's supposed to be. So this is something that can be used whether you're planning a wedding or even something for a birthday party. So for my 2025-2026 couples, go ahead and tap in, comment on this video. Let me know what you guys are planning. Let me know if you have questions, if there's anything else that you want to see on my channel. So let's get started, and I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek today. All right guys, welcome to my happily ever after wedding planning guide. I'm so excited to show you all this today. Like I said, I spent countless hours putting this together, and I know it is super beneficial and easy to use. I made it within Google Sheets, so that way you can access it on the go. It's also desktop and mobile friendly, so again, super easy to use. I also have instructions that go along with this guide, so once you get it, you will be able to download instructions on how to use it and make it super simple for yourself. So I just want to take you guys through some of the tabs that I have available here that I find very helpful and that I find a lot of my couples and even myself spend a lot of time in. The first is this checklist. Because it is a wedding, there are so many things that go into planning a wedding, and you want to make sure nothing is missed when you are planning that wedding. So I went through and I added several different things that typically our couples do whenever they're planning a wedding. So for example, I have them choose a color scheme. They meet with a wedding coordinator if necessary. All of the tabs are interactive, so you're able to go through and check things off in case you've already done it and it grays it out, so you know that you can move on to the next thing. This is also editable, so if there are things that you want to add in here, let's say you want to find a DJ 12 months in, you're able to add that to this list and also check that off and edit it if you need to. Another tab here that I find super useful to use is the timeline. We know timelines can either make or break your wedding and your event. So I have a timeline in here that is editable as well. We are able to customize this and add things to this list. So here, for example, I have some things that's already included here, like your bridal party is arriving at 7 a.m. 7:30 is when breakfast is served. Let's say our bridesmaids start their makeup at 8 a.m. So bridesmaids begin makeup. I'm able to merge cells, so if I know that that's gonna maybe take a couple of hours, I'm able to merge those together, so that way it takes up all that space rather than me having to go through and consistently just change things, or rather than me having to go through and add it every single time. So timelines are super important. I have it basically for all day, so you really have every hour accounted for your wedding day. Guys, please make sure you're providing your photographer with a shot list. Shot lists are so important. On the wedding day, there's so much going on. Everyone is playing their role. Everyone has a role to play. Everyone has things to do. Make it easy on yourself. Create a shot list prior to your wedding of all the things that you want your photographer to take pictures of. That can include things like your invitation, your program, signs, gifts, your wedding accessories, your bouquet, your boutonnieres, all those things. Make sure you have this shot list identified and give this to your photographer. They are going to thank you for this, because half the time they're on the fly just trying to figure out, these are the things that a lot of our couples want and they take pictures of, but it might not be the things that you want pictures of. Or let's say the day is just going by and you haven't gotten photos with your mother or your parents or your grandparents for that matter, but it is on your shot list. Your photographer will make sure that you actually get those photos because it was something that you identified that you wanted from this photography shot list. So I've already included things in here that a lot of our couples ask for a photography shot list. Again, this is editable, so you can add your own things as well, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a head start here. Now, every single person's favorite thing about planning a wedding is guest collection. Guys, managing RSVPs can be such a crazy thing to do, but I do have this tab available for you to make it a little bit easier. So here's where you're able to capture a lot of the information about your guests, their names, their contact information, addresses, emails, phone numbers, who they're a guest of, whether or not you've invited them to a rehearsal dinner. Are they attending that dinner? Are they invited to the wedding? Are they attending that wedding? Any dietary restrictions that they've shared with you. Also, their meal choices. This is really key. If you're doing a plated dinner, you want to make sure that you get the right people their meal choices, because they could have allergies. They could be, vegetarians, pescatarians, things like that. I've also included notes here for your guests to keep track of. I find a lot of our couples spend, if not the most time, on this specific tab here. So I wanted to make it really easy to use and user-friendly. And a lot of this is translated into some of these other tabs that I have available here as well. Now, the second place where I think a lot of our couples spend time in, I spend a lot of time in this sheet as well, is the budget. Budget is such a huge thing for a wedding, and you want to make sure you're keeping a pulse on where your money is going, how much you spent so far, and how much you have left to spend. So here is our budget dashboard that I have available, and the next tab I'll show you will show you why I have two separate tabs for budgets. This is just the budget overview is really going to give you a high level overview of what your money is looking like so far with the wedding. We have the target budget that we identified, how much we spent, how much we have total remaining to spend. I also have my budget categories included here. How much did I target to spend on this? I also have, the specific amounts available, the percentage of the budget that I wanted to spend, and then also how much I have remaining to be paid. And then here, a very nice chart of the actual percentage breakdown, so I'm able to see where am I spending the most money for my wedding. Now, everything on this page is gonna feed from this itemized expenses sheet. This sheet is crucial when you are planning your wedding. Again, this is editable, so if there are things on here that I already have listed that you don't need, you can take it out. Let's say you're not having a wedding cake, let's say you're having donuts. We can change that to donuts, and it'll change the category for me. So we have our category of catering and desserts. Then I have, how much I've spent on that, then I have how much is the total for it, how much I've spent, how much is due, who's the responsible payment party, and then I'm also able to check off if things are paid so I can move on to the next thing. This is somewhere that I spent a lot of time in for my wedding. I use this a lot with my clients just to keep a pulse on what we're doing. And again, you have so many things here that's available for you to use, and you can add your own specific things here at the bottom of this page. So guys, I hoped you enjoyed me showing you and giving you a little bit of a sneak peek into my happily ever after planning guide. I have another guide that is available if you are doing a social event like a birthday party or a baby shower. That guide is going to be more relevant to you than this wedding planning sheet, although it has a lot of the same functionality and tabs as the wedding planning sheet. I will leave a link below in the description for you to go on my website to access this document and access this spreadsheet. If you have questions, feel free, like I said, to post them in the comments. Also email me if there are specific questions that you have. I do offer hourly coaching sessions or hourly planning sessions. If you do have questions about the spreadsheet or just anything planning related, you just want to get the advice and the expertise of a planner, I'm always happy to meet with you guys and talk. But again, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you back here for the next one.